low and slow type of practice. So go ahead and grab a bolster, a couple pillows, maybe a yoga strap, some blocks, whatever it is you need, maybe a blanket if you want to stay warm, and some water or some tea or something. And if you'd like some soft background noise or some music, go ahead and play that as well. Otherwise, we will go ahead and get started. Let's come to a nice comfortable seat. Pardon me. Maybe just cross-legged or one leg in front of the other. I personally prefer one leg in front of the other, so I'm going to bring the left in, the right in front. If this is a little uncomfortable, you can always prop yourself up on a block or a bolster, just bringing those sit bones to the edge so that it allows the hips to fall forward. We'll start with a couple shoulder rolls. Go ahead and inhale, bring those shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale down the back body. Inhale up and exhale down. One more. Inhale to come up. Exhale, roll it down. Good. Let's reverse those. Inhale up. Exhale forward and down. Inhale for that up. Exhale forward and down. One more. And down. Go ahead and jiggle, wiggle that away. Let's go ahead, bring hands to heart center. Start to humble through the chin, option to close the eyes. Inhale, let's bring that gaze up, look up. Hands are still at heart center. Exhale, dropping the chin towards the chest. Good, getting into that neck. Inhale, we're carving a line with the nose. Maybe the eyes are still closed. We're just bringing that gaze up towards the ceiling. And exhale, chin back to the chest. Inhale for a nice neutral. Let's exhale, bring those hands down just beside the hips. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale, bring that gaze back up through to neutral, and exhale, other side. Inhale, bringing that gaze back up. If you came up with a prop, just go ahead and move it off to the side, coming down into the sit bones, and we'll bring the legs into that cross-legged. So right leg is in front, hands resting in the lap, and let's just start with some circles. Coming around the back, whichever way you want to go to first. I'm moving towards the left side of the room first. Rounding through the back body, starting to perfect those circles the more I go along, using just the hands as support. And then let's switch weights. Be growing nice and tall. Let's just go ahead and start to uncross those legs. Just bring them knees up, feet facing forward as we come into that seated child's pose. Tucking the chin towards the chest, forehead to the knees, rounding through the back body. And breathe. Bring the gaze up. We'll start to release the grip of the legs. Bringing the legs forward, heels down, toes up, legs are long. Just go ahead and give a little reach. Make sure that we've got all those fleshy parts out of the way. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Reach through your back body. Exhale, let's start to rain it down towards the legs. Just grabbing for maybe the ankles or the shins today. Shoulders back. Grabbing your pillow or maybe your bolster, whatever it is that you have. And create yourself that space to be propped up as you start to let the body relax into this pose. So we found where we created that tension, and now we're going to go ahead and add in our props and get a little cushy. So I could probably be a lot deeper into this fold if I wanted, but for today, I'm going to practice on not doing that. So holding back. The idea that I don't have to always touch my toes. Make sure to even it out, maybe taking the gaze over to the other side. Still checking in with that quality of the breath. Once you've been here for a bit, you can start to see, you can alter those props a little bit. Seeing if you can go a little deeper, if you'd like. Slowly start to roll on out. Keep the gaze down until the shoulders are stacked. You can let the gaze roll towards the toes, the front of the mat, and then up. You can just go ahead and just move the block or the bolster or whatever it is that you have off to the side. We'll come down to the back body. It's a nice lie down position. We'll go ahead and just bend through those knees. Heel toe the feet as wide as your mat. Just let the knees fall towards one another. Bring the left hand to the heart and right hand to belly. Close the eyes. Three more here. Start to heel toe those feet back into that neutral where we started. We're going to come into a nice bridge pose here. And it won't be supported. If you'd like, you can make it a supported bridge. We won't be here for too long, just a few breath cycles. So we're walking the feet in nice and close to the butt, as close to the glutes as you can. Keeping the legs parallel. So again, running in two straight lines next to each other, right? They're not, crisscrossing, or they're not. They're just, sorry, my nose is itchy. There we go. Shoulders under the back body. We'll bring those arms down at the sides of the body. And then we'll start to root through those feet, pressing through the heels as we inhale to lift up through the hips. Keep the gaze up towards the ceiling. Walking the shoulders a little deeper under the back body if you've got it. Option to stay here. If you'd like, you can go a little further, bringing the hands underneath the back body, maybe interlacing the fingers, and pulling those arms and hands down into your mat. Gaze stays up. So again, if you don't know, Just take a peek before you go into the pose. And then once you think you've got it, then you can go on into it. We're going to do one more breath cycle here. And then I'm going to lift my heels, release my bind, and slowly lower down. I'm going to heel toe those feet as wide as my mat once again, and just bring the knees towards one another. And this time I'll bring the hands down, palm up towards the ceiling at the side of the body. And give my head a little roll side to side. And then I'll go ahead and find that stillness in neutral. And start to bring those legs back through to that neutral. Send the right leg long. And then if you've got your yoga strap or even a towel, anything will do. Go ahead and grab it now. We're going to go ahead and just loop around the left foot. Left balls of the foot. Voila. I'll bring that left leg up. Right leg is long. Okay. Sole of the foot towards the ceiling. Try to keep the legs, the arms relatively relaxed, shoulders against the mat. I'm creating a nice pull throughout that left leg. And now I'm going to exhale it over towards the right side. Again, this is where it's handy if you do have a strap. If not, it's okay. As we come into a nice little twist here, and I'm still holding on to my strap, you'll be holding on to it with my left arm, opening up into that twist if I'd like. I can still hold on to it closer up with that right, if I'd like as well. Option to keep that gaze neutral, but you want to try and keep the shoulders down. Inhale, bring that leg back up. And exhale, you're going to go ahead and take it over to the left side. Again, holding on to that strap, maybe with the left hand. Right leg still long. And I'm going to keep my gaze neutral, or I can take my gaze to that foot. Okay, let's go ahead and start to flex the right foot. Maybe inhale, that left leg comes back up, right foot still flexed, still long. Let's come back over to that right side. See if you can just stay for maybe a couple breaths longer. Right foot still flexed as we're coming over to the right side. This time again, gaze can stay neutral. Shoulders down. Let's go ahead, bring it back up. And start to bend, release that leg, that foot. Extend the left leg up. Just allow yourself a moment here. We'll start to bring the right leg in. Bringing the loop around the balls of the foot. That right. Inhale that right leg up towards the ceiling. Shoulders are relaxed. We start with that left leg long and the foot relaxed. Okay, let's go ahead and start to drop that right foot, right leg towards the left side. So we open up into that twist. Maybe bringing the gaze over that right shoulder. Bringing the gaze back to neutral first. We'll inhale that leg back up. And exhale it over towards the right. And again, just as far as you can go. You don't have to be super deep into it. And try to keep those shoulders relaxed. Left leg is still relaxed. No flexion in that foot. Bring that leg back up through the center. Sole of the foot towards the ceiling. Holding here for a little bit. This is where we start to add that flexion to the left foot. Making the left leg nice and active. One more. Remember, left foot still active. Let's start to bring this leg back over towards the left side. Keeping the gaze neutral this time. One more. Inhale that leg back up. And we'll start to release. Allowing the leg to come back down. Just setting your strap off to the side for now. Or your towel, whatever it is that you used. Let's bring the arms overhead. Inhale, point the toes, full body stretch. Exhale, relax. Inhale to reach. And exhale, relax. Start to come into a nice half happy baby. And we'll start with the left side. So we'll bring that left leg up, reaching for the outside edge of the foot or inside, depending on your reach and your grip. Sole of the foot towards the ceiling. We've got a nice bend in the leg. Knee coming outside of the rib cage towards your mat. And then keeping the right leg long, you might notice a slight bend in that leg as you come into it. From here, you can wobble the toes. You can work to lengthen and straighten that leg. You can work to keep that shoulder rooting down with the mat as well. Last one. Good. Let's go ahead and start to release that left leg long. And start to switch into the other side. Outside or inside edge of that foot, depending on your grip. The right foot, sole of the foot comes towards the ceiling. We've got that nice bend in the knee outside the ribs, coming down towards your mat. Option to wiggle the toes, and maybe we work to straighten through that leg. Try to keep the shoulder rooting down with the mat. Last one. Starting to release that grip, allowing the leg to come back down. Let's bring the feet in nice and close towards the glutes. Legs together. Inhale, lift up through the legs. Soles of the feet just facing the wall or whatever it is that's in front of you. Doing a couple hip rotations to the right, and then maybe a couple to the left. And then let's go ahead, exhale those legs over to the right, coming into a nice spinal twist. Bringing the right hand to the left thigh, just letting those hips stack. And exhale, gaze over the left shoulder. Last one. Let's release. Inhale those legs back up through to center. And exhale, other side. Left hand to the upper right thigh this time. And then exhale the gaze over the right shoulder. Starting to release and use that inhale back up through to neutral. Let's go ahead, scoop the legs, give yourself a nice little squeeze, little hug. And then inhale, bringing the forehead towards the knees. And exhale, back down towards the mat. Inhale, forehead towards the knees. And exhale, back down. Exhale those legs away from the body. And then inhale, pull them in close. Exhale, legs away. And then inhale to pull them in close. Beauty. We're going to go ahead and come into a nice legs up the wall without the wall. So whether you've got a block, a bolster, or a pillow, all of the above will do. I'm going to use my bolster. Here we go. So, with the legs lifted, I'm just going to go ahead, inhale, and just lift slightly through those hips and bring the edge a little more of my block, my pillow, or my bolster just to underneath of those hips. It's going to be slightly different depending on what we're using. If it's something soft and cushy, we can be a little bit more supported. Basically, it's right around the tailbone area that you want to be propped up, so that right before the cushy part of the butt is supported. If you don't have that cushy part of the butt, I do apologize for calling you out. But regardless, it's just, we want, again, you don't want the block all the way under your back body. You don't want it coming under your back body. You just want a very small lift here. So just a little support. It's just right before the crack gets deep in your butt. If I can be kind of vulgar. Okay. From here, with your legs lifted, start to give yourself a little bend in the knees. And then I want you to just start to play with the legs, getting a rotation of the ankles, and maybe those slight bends of the knees. It's almost as if you're kind of like a slow motion bicycle, but you're wiggling the toes and the ankles at the same time. And then maybe we're going backwards, we're walking in the water. We're just kind of playing with those sensations throughout the feet and the ankles. Maybe we're pointing the toes up, and then we're bringing the toes back towards the face, and then we're bringing the toes up, and then we're coming back into circles. Just finding little movements that feels good. Maybe again, it's just a couple swooshes of the legs, rotation. If we were running, And then the other way. Good. And then let's just exhale, take those legs nice and wide. Bring the hands onto the thighs here, just nice and gentle. A little extra support, maybe fingers just behind. Relax the shoulders. Basically, the hands are just here for support for the legs. And start to relax those legs. Maybe they want to go a little deeper. You've just got that support of the hands there. If you don't want them there, you don't have to have them there. You can by all means move them off to the sides. I just like that little support. Again, you can kind of get that from any which way. Personally, it's around the front here, just gripping just above and behind those knees. Take a few more here. And we'll switch that grip to the outsides of the legs. Just guide them back up. Soles of the feet towards that imaginary wall, and then down towards the glutes as we inhale to lift through the hips. And just move that bolster or your pillow or your block off to the side and out of the way. Soles of the feet can come back down, and again, feet can go as wide as your mat, knees towards one another. I'm just going to rest the hands on the belly, maybe interlacing and closing the eyes. Start to extend the legs long as we enter into our Shavasana, however that looks and feels for you. If you'd like to add in props, by all means, please do. Allow the shoulders to roll away from the ears, eyes closed. Taking a nice sweet inhale in. And open the mouth. Remember, you can stay here as long as you need. Inhale in. And exhale. And that includes up to when the video is done. Inhale in. And exhale, let it go. Thank you so much for coming to play today. I hope you got everything that you wanted, all of what you needed, and that you're ready to conquer whatever lies ahead. Please enjoy your Shavasana. And until next time, fly high, butterflies.